Hello everyone. So I am back. This morning we did pyramid landscape. So this is the first one for my junior artist that we did. I got a little messy, but we're working with it. And then this was my second class for today. So this one got a little bit farther, but we're good though. It looks a little bit different because we had to do a what's this called? Or I had to paint upside down, which was a little bit harder, especially with watercolor for me. I'm not a watercolorist, really. I do, but I don't. Like, it's not my favorite one to use. So it's a little bit on the harder side. Everywhere else, the kids are going to be watching videos or doing their own thing. So we're good there. I don't really have anything too much to do besides play music. So we're good with that. I know that my border for my junior artist isn't going to come till October 22nd, which is fine. So later on, I'll eventually order the last roll for my painting board, and then I can put that up. I'm just waiting because I don't really need it right now. It's not that important to me. But I am going to clean out those containers over there for calligraphy. I'm also going to finally separate those books. I do know it's going to be a little bit harder. I've had some teachers, or I know I need to go tonight into my PLS system, rewrite all the names for newer students because a lot of students are adding my classes now, or they're going to start in OP3. So it's just busy all the time with me. But I love it. I love having new students come in and feeling excited about the opportunity to be in art class. These kids are absolutely the sweetest. I know when I first started, I knew it was going to be a pretty rough transition because I was new. Students here don't understand quite change. We are homeschool-based public charter school, so it is harder for them sometimes to really go about it and how they like to learn and what they like to do, and it's really crazy sometimes. But the kids here, they're doing so wonderful. I hope they're having fun. I think they are. We're doing so many fun projects, and they're just enjoying themselves, and they're not having any worries really. Not that I'm aware of. And the ones who do, they email me. We have a lot of time to work out what they need. We do a lot of Google virtual meets, which really is helpful. So it's wonderful. I'm going to show you my outfit for today. I've been really enjoying these. I love rompers and overalls, so I have an overall romper-ish thing. It's dark green, and I'm just wearing a black shirt underneath it. I kind of went a little bit more simplistic today. I was gonna wear the pants, but because typically in the mornings it gets really cool. But then by the end of the day, like yesterday, the end of the day, it was so hot outside. Oh, excuse me. So I just go with that a little bit for the most part. Gotta open up these blinds. I got to water my succulent because it is dry as bone in there. Poor little plant. I feel like I'm killing plants and I just don't understand. But look at my wonderful little tissue paper. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's tissue paper. I actually really like it. It creates like a rainbow on the floor. When I can do group tables, I'm going to take those down and I'm going to just paint it on the window. I'm probably going to paint on the window right there too, but watering my plant because it is dying. I don't even know if I overwater it or I just don't know. I'm not great with plants. But it's been quite a few weeks and this one has not died yet, so we're gonna stick with it. I want to get more. I have fake ones that I grabbed for like still life. Like here on the teacher desk I have this one. I like it. I like how fall festive it is, but you know, we just kind of go with it. But I've had a lot of different students drop, and then I have a whole bunch of them adding the class, so it's just a lot. Some of the students really like the classes. Some of them just don't have time to take the classes because they're trying to graduate early, so it's kind of one of those give and takes. But I tell them all the time, I'm like, you do what you need to do to graduate. This class is fun, it's very therapeutic, but if you can't manage to get all those put together, do what's more important to you. So they usually go with that, and then they do what they need to. But I'm going to go ahead. I'll show you how many sketchbooks I actually got. Over there are all the sketchbooks that I've received. I also got water-soluble oil paint that I put back in the cart over there. You probably saw in the previous vlog. But I have those that I need to count out and see how many I have, so I can tell if I can use them for my junior artists or not. I don't know. I have to count them out. I got extra boards because typically I was missing like 3 or 4 with all the single desks I had. So I want to try to get that handled and make sure that I can utilize those for, what is it called? So when I get my desk back, when we have 32 a class again, at least I have those extra boards, which is very, very helpful. I don't know how I'm going to separate all the desks to groups with also having easels and things. Well, I have tabletop easels, so they can grab those if they like. They kind of pick and choose. I just gave everyone an easel here because having one desk with the board, like, it's a little bit harder, especially with the big books that my drawing class is going to have. And I'm trying to encourage the standing easel to help them stand and move away from their work. It helps a lot, so I'm trying to encourage that, but we'll see how that works. Hello everyone, so I am home. I've been home for a while. The reason why I had to come home was because they needed me to leave right before 1 technically, so I had to end my class early because the internet was going to shut off, and the leads who have to be there while we're there had to go to those meetings. So I just kind of quickly so I quickly packed everything up and left, but it's good because then I have more time. I also came home, I did the laundry. Well, I'm still doing laundry, but it's in there. And then I made food, and I had a Zoom call with the student because she wanted me to help her show her something a little bit more step by step. So we worked on that for about a half an hour, and so now it's like my downtime. Like, I'm just not doing anything. I'm done. I'm like, no. So I made dinner. I had some, I don't know if it was jasmine rice or brown rice with broccoli, and I made tilapia, and so that's what I had for my dinner. Technically it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner because that's all I really ate so far today. And yeah, so that's basically it. My hair is definitely intensely curly on this side. I don't know what happened, but it's also really dry, but this side's a little bit better. But it doesn't look bad. But that's it. That's basically what I did today. I have one more day tomorrow, and then I have meetings tomorrow, so we're gonna get down into that. And I will see you guys later. Bye! Good morning, everybody. I had a late start. My eyes are very puffy and tired, but I feel a little bit better. I actually just made coffee in the staff lounge because it was simpler and faster, and I only needed 1 cup. It was so good. It was like French vanilla or something, but that was some pretty good coffee. It was like a cappuccino. But anyways, I just hurriedly did my paintings for their pyramid landscapes. This was Junior Artist 1, I believe. Or is it not? Oh no, this is a different one. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Never mind. So we only got to that much in the class, but it looks good so far. And then we had this one just now, which also looks pretty good so far. So I'm not complaining at all. I have my hair in little puffs. It is kind of coming out, but you know, I'm not doing it today. I am not. So it is, wow, it's a little bit chilly. It's been chillier in the mornings, and then it gets really boiling hot. So that's that. I do know that for what's this called? I lost it. Oh, so I have a couple classroom things I need to do today. I'm still trying to sort through some of those things back there. I'm going to put my oil pastel box in storage. I have those color pencils that I'm going to put in storage because I don't really know where I'm going to put the color pencils. So we're just going to go with that for now. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of doodle and go around to those things. I have to go, and I know I'm gonna have so many other students later on. I've had added students like in a couple of classes, so that's been a little bit on the troublesome side, but I have to just constantly go through my PLS system and continually do and work on that. I'm trying to separate everything, but for right now I'm trying to get majority of a lot of these things done. Right now I have a full class of 12, which is crazy, but I am really glad that I'm finally having more filled up classes and that students are feeling more like they want to be a part of them, so that's great. And I'm gonna kind of like move things around a little bit more. I've kind of been like playing around with some ideas and some things here in the room, but and I quite haven't found like a full excuse me, I'm so tired. I haven't found a full function yet, so we're gonna deal with that. I had a friend who sent me these like a little fluffy things. I like them, they're cute, but I don't know what to do with them. So I'm just gonna kind of put them, so I might give them to the preschool room or the transitional kindergarten room, see if she could probably use those, maybe in like a prize box or something, or just in elementary in general. The elementary kids tend to really like those. Some of my high schoolers probably would like them too, though. So I'm gonna deal with that. I'm also going to do just like a deep clean during this time, run to the bathroom, make sure I have everything. I got these face shields in. These are waterproof and reusable, so that way when I'm teaching, I have a face shield. It does kind of feel really weird, but I feel like you can hear me talk and see me talk, which works a lot easier when I am working with the kids, and it helps me and it helps the other students. So later on when I'm editing, I will find out how much muffle that is, because I hear it and like I said, in the inside, but I'm not quite sure if they can hear me. Hopefully I can try to project my voice a little bit louder. It does hurt sometimes, but I can try my best. But yes, so my next class is drawing, and they are going to be drawing in 2-point perspective. So we will have that, and the next week they will be drawing in 3-point perspective. And then we'll have a shading lesson. So we're going to learn how to understand light and value. So I'm going to have them draw a still life with an egg or eggs. And we're going to do that. We're going to have like an in lesson with drawing a circle first, I think, and then we'll kind of transition into eggs. That's the easiest way to teach drawing and shading and blending with tortillons and things, so hopefully that'll be a little bit on the easier side for them. I know tonight I'm gonna make pasta sauce because I want to make pasta, so I got a recipe. Hopefully it turns out good. It's going to take quite some time to make the sauce, but I think we can do it. I think. So, I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to get busy around here. Yay! Hello. So, I've been having a lot of people come in, so I just stuck it on. Makes my life a little bit easier. It does feel a little bit weird trying to like run around and do things, but I cleared off that table in the back, and I'll show you. Okay, so this is all cleared off. When I can, I could probably get some stools and have them up here. Like I said, I'm gonna find different places for these. Hopefully that metal rack comes in, and then those will go on the metal rack. So I have other things. I put the pencils over here, and hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier. It's a little messy over here though, but I have a lot of organizing to do, so I'm not too worried about that. I also distributed these things. I haven't tried doing a panoramic, but my painting class and my art history class, there was enough with about 4 extra for each, so those 2 classes get the panorama panels. Excuse me. We have a ton of these 8x10. Yep. We do have a ton of these larger canvases. I don't think they're going to be painting anything on 18x24 or the ovals. And maybe the ovals I can distribute between my art history class, but I don't think I can do that for my painting class because I only have 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I only have enough for my art history class, but that's okay. With the large ones, I could probably distribute 1 to each if I wanted to. And then they could each get a big watercolor paper. Maybe if I, like I said, if I wanted to. But for the most part, I think this year we will focus on this one. I think with those, I like having those 8x10s. So it should be good for, it should be good for quite some time. All the carts are very well organized. I love the drawing cart. I need to pull it out, and I'm going to separate, during the drawing class, I will separate the chalk pastels, which is going to be a pain in the butt, but it must get done. But it looks really nice, and I'm going to keep it along this way for quite some time. There are going to be some things that I do need to fix. I'm going to need another cart, though, but that's okay. Like, I'm not too worried about how many carts I get or have. I can slowly order a cart at a time at this point. I also have tons of space down here for more watercolor things. I need to get more watercolor things. I could just put that there and then get a little bit more oil paint packages and stuff, but like I said, no rush. I still really love these tissue paper. I kind of did it like Jackson Pollock, where she did the squares, so I worked around doing that. My art history class, we're going to do some calligraphy. I also gave them these water-soluble graphite pencils. I think these will work really well. So I have the calligraphy brushes for a lot of the calligraphy stuff. We also have just normal calligraphy pens for practice of like Old English kind of writing. So we have those. They each get a palette knife. So far, that's kind of what I have. I think I have enough to give them a drawing kit as well. So that way we all each have individual things. They have these right here. I think I ordered sketchbooks, more sketchbooks surprisingly, so we're good there. This is what my junior artist has so far. I need to get 2 more sketchbooks because I have 2 editions, so it's going back and forth with how much stuff I have. I need to get more palettes for drawing. They have a sketchbook. They get a pastel paper and sketch paper. And then I have these like kits where they're gonna get their own, but I put some of them in here. So they get charcoals, another Tortillon Sharpie pen. They'll also get a whole set of pencils, charcoal and graphite, an easy beginner set, and like a Tortillon and a kneadable eraser. They're gonna have their own rulers. So they'll have all their drawing supplies. Each table is going to have a drawing board and an easel for right now so they have easy access to work. These are stuff that I need to formally get rid of. Well, these I'm going to separate, and this is going to sewing because she does like a lot of crochet, and this are like a whole box of buttons that were just randomly in here. They might have been mine at some point. I don't remember. I don't think so. I think I gave mine to my brother. These are just a whole bunch of buttons. And that's the cart so far. These are supplies that I'm going to hide. We have a curtain, so the kids can't see it, and it's kind of out of the way. So these are going to be things that students don't need, as well as like all my extra storage containers for community stuff. My oil pastels. The reason why I'm just kind of doing it that way and just keeping them away is because I ordered everyone, I think, a pack of oil pastels for my junior artists, so they'll have their own to work with. And also, I don't have time to deal with that, so I'm going to just put that there. And the drawing, of course, the still life things are kind of put away. We don't really do still life too much after we do shading, but that's it. And this is where I'm going to kind of hold all my supplies for grab and go. So I'm going to just move the textbooks. I don't think we're going to use them. I was going to use them this year, but I don't think I can. It's going to be a lot of processing, and I'm just going to kind of gravitate towards just making up lessons. Maybe over the summer I'll make more, but I really don't need all these textbooks, and it just gets frustrating sometimes. So I think I'm just going to hold their bag supplies in each box. So I'll do like Junior Artist 1, Junior Artist 2, Monday, Wednesday, and then do kind of like Junior Artist 1 and 2 Tuesday. Then I'll have drawing Monday, Wednesday, painting Monday, Wednesday, drawing Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, painting Tuesday, Thursday, art history. So I just kind of section it that way to make it a little bit easier on me, because like I said, we're not really going to use this. The ones who need to, I have like in-person how-to books and references and early finisher stuff. Sorry about that. But I have all those like early finisher things. I have a mini library of books that they can take a look at. Not very much. I'm trying to get my hands on some more books, but that's going to take quite some time. So that's my art library. Like I said, I have my cards. I found an extra. I accidentally ordered another color wheel thing before I even found it hidden behind a thing. So I have an extra one. So I'm probably going to ask the elementary art teacher if she wants it and see what she says about that. But all the classes have their own. I'm excited for some of these kids. They get to kind of play with it, and they kind of have their own set of supplies. But I know next time, when school kind of gets a little bit more normal, we're just going to do community. I find community so much easier. And I find community supplies a lot easier is because they just grab and go. And for me, that's a little bit less tedious. I don't have to plan, and like a lot of them want to use very specific supplies, and for the most part, for the funds, I like to get other things besides individual supplies for each kid. That's a lot, especially when you have 30 kids a class. I know that my funding is not going to be enough to get surfaces, let alone all that. So it's kind of what I have to deal with, and that's just how it is sometimes, but that's okay. I did order some things for my next order thing, which for like when we are scheduled to order more. So I'm going to send those in. I want to do some more carving and sculpture for my art history class. I'll do a little bit like an introductory lesson for the junior artist, but for the most part, art history is going to kind of dive in, and I think it'll encourage them to have more students come in for that class to kind of, they get to carve, they get to make their own stone necklaces and things like that. So I think it'll be a little bit more on the excited side for them. So we shall see. But it's slowly coming along. It's kind of getting a little bit more orderly. I think makes it a little bit easier on me to kind of figure out what I want to do for everyone, so I think that that's helpful. I'm also trying to kind of figure out like what supplies works and what supplies don't, so I will keep you updated on that. I'm going to put my class on because I have drawing next, and technically class starts in 5 minutes, so I'll put that on. Sometimes I like to come in early and they like to talk about things like anime or what they're doing, so I just kind of let it open so they have that time to communicate with each other, kind of like when they're outside in real time. So most of the time they just like talking to me, but you know, you take what you have. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. So hello everyone. I'm gonna take my glasses off. I was trying to wear contacts earlier, but my left eye just was not feeling it. It was just like, no ma'am. But couple fun new things that I wanted to talk about. On my side, I used on the side, besides being a teacher, I was doing another job on the side for my cousin where I helped her with her needs because she has a son with Down syndrome, and so I would help out with that. But when the coronavirus came out, she didn't want me to come by. We didn't want to get each other sick kind of situation, which is fine with me. And then I just don't think I'm gonna go back to doing that. There's a couple reasons. The days that she needed me were days that just were really hard to do, and I just did not in a million years have time to do that. Like, I do quarter auctions on Wednesdays, and at that point those Wednesdays were days that I would be at the quarter auctions till anyways, I would be at the quarter auctions till 10 o'clock at night, and then she wanted me to stay over there until she got home, but she didn't get home till like 2 in the morning, and I had school the next morning, so that was not doable at all, at least not for me. For some people that can be doable, but the way I was functioning, I was running, I was exhausted, I just couldn't do it anymore. So we haven't really talked about me coming back, so I'm gonna assume she doesn't want me to come back. So I just decided, no, you know what, I'm gonna do all these other things as well as some other aspects and parts. If they weren't home and I had to be there by myself with him, if he got angry, he'd push and scream and throw really heavy object things at me. He's a 24-year-old man, extremely strong, and in those positions where that has happened to me in a multitude of times, luckily somebody was home, and that's just what it was. And so it would be frustrating, and especially it's not fully his fault. I don't blame him for a lot of those things, but it was really hard for me. So I'm not going back to that, but I have actually been doing I've been doing a couple different things. So besides like quarter auctions and like stuff like that, I also I bought from Monat, but it was kind of just from a friend, just wanting to try different products out for my skin and things like that, and I got hooked on it so much, and I decided to become one of their market partners. So I do sell right now. I just bought the sampler pack, so I just have this bag full of samples of products that I like. So I use like for the face stuff like the Be Gentle and stuff like that. So I just got my orders in, so that's gonna be my side thing, like how I would do before for my cousin, but this is gonna be kind of like my own entrepreneurial ship thing, which as long I know that it's all just about working hard and doing what you like and being the person you are, and so that's kind of what I've been trying to accumulate. It's been such a rocky time to where I'm trying to do one thing and I'm doing like 50 million other things. So it's kind of been crazy. Last night I was doing I'm trying to think. I was painting my Disneyland castle because I brought my oil paints home from the school, since I have water soluble sets, which I want to transition into those instead. Slowly accumulate more different ranges and tones of water soluble things, but I prefer to have like the whole class into water soluble oil paints for my own sanity. I'm not gonna wash their own brushes, and I have too many kids to do that, and they really are at that age where they should be able to do it themselves in my head. And so I'm very much a huge stickler to wash these right, and I will stand there and watch them, show them how to do it until they get it right. And it doesn't matter if they go into like 2 of the classes to wash their brushes. That's how much of a stickler I am. And I think that especially for this semester, having them have their own sets is gonna make it a lot easier, because then they're gonna be like, oh, my brushes are messed up, like I can't paint with these, and I'm not gonna give them extra. I'm gonna be like, you're in charge of your own utensils. And maybe that'll help accumulate that idea of, hey, it really is very important to take care of my brushes. And I know that it's gonna be a little bit harder for the middle school, but the middle school isn't using the oil paints at all. No. But for the high school, it's gonna kind of be a lot more eye-opening and helpful, so hopefully that will accumulate pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to film a landscape tutorial for my viewers. This is what we did in our pyramid landscape, but with that one we did watercoloring class, but I thought it'd be really fun to kind of just do something different on here and do something a little bit more fun, especially since I haven't been able to do anything more like that. And then I'm gonna get back into oil painting. I'm gonna show you my cleanser up close facing my face, but this is what it looks like after I'm using the oil paint, and it looks like a mess. Typically I clean it right after, but I was tired, and then on top of that I just decided not to, so there we go. So that is kind of what I'm going to get down and get doing. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. I know that this is a crazy time, and being virtual teachers have been crazy. Sorry, I accidentally pressed a button. But then for all my students who like to watch, hello. I love how you guys are interested in what I do in my life. I'm pretty boring, not very fun, but I do try my best to make my experience with students like you, and even just here on YouTube in general. I'm really passionate about art education, and I love it, and I'm trying to envision that all for everyone. So I will see you. I know this weekend is a 3-day weekend, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I have enough time to do a wonderful landscape with you guys, so you just have something fun to do. I'm gonna do acrylic instead, so that'll be fun. Anyways, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.